the Reggae Boyz must try to make the next step. Yeah, we need revenge against the US men's national team. Yeah, people, welcome up, man. Welcome back to the morning side of video on Nicardo Media House. Bless upon yourself, people, in the Thursday morning. Yeah. Since the fixtures have confirmed in the Nations League quarterfinal, the 4 games, I'm going to give my take. I'm going to give my opinions around the 4 games, but especially we will be discussing, little things surrounding the Reggae Boy team versus the US. It's a big game. But let's start off. I want to start off by talking about the young Reggae girls. Yeah. Young Reggae girls, have drawn into Group E into the CONCACAF Championship, where they will face off with the host. Yeah, Group E will play in Nicaragua, in Managua, and also St. Kitts will be in that zone. The top teams from each zone will advance, and the best second place will advance to the second round. So we wish the young girls well. That tournament will kicks off in January, so we wish the younger girls well. You don't know, it's an annual thing when it comes down to under 17 girls and boys. Yeah, it's going to be annually for the next 5 years, so we wish them, hopefully them can make a few World Cup out of that. The country get that exposure, the young players getting that exposure, and just feeling the taste of going to World Cups, and then from that, the transition from youth football to the senior team, both men and women, it can be much a smoother path. These young girls can get exposed at a younger age. Clubs, academies, colleges can see these young girls and give them a moment of opportunity that they are looking for to become a pro. You understand? Next up, the international window for the women is coming up as well, so people gear up for that next week as well. But look, the roundup of the 4 games, especially the one Reggae Boy versus US men's national team. Look, we need revenge. What happened? Yeah, what happened the last time in that semi-final? We were so close. Yeah, we were so close, just seconds away from knocking the US out in our semi-final game. Yeah, we were so close, and our coach, you will say, probably was on the verge at the time. No one knew he was about to leave, negotiating, sniffing around other jobs, but we were so close. Yet, look, let me give you something. The US and Jamaica have been playing since, I think, this rivalry started off in around the 80s. Yeah. So let me give you something. Look, 23 games out of the 32 have all decided by a goal or less. So this fixtures between us and the USA, it's have been pretty close over the years. Yeah. And look, I played a clip that what Alex Lela said yesterday. The Reggae Boys have always give the US men's national team a fight. They always give them a run for their money, but the US team is better. But how can we bridge that gap? Yeah, how can we bridge that gap? It's time now where our football doesn't look like, look, we are a practical team that's still trying to find that identity. It's time now for us to get our rhythm. It's time for us to leap over that next stage where people can actually look at us and say, whoa, the Reggae Boys, the Reggae Boys, they are coming. But look, this game, they will play this game, the second leg, in St. Louis in Missouri. Look, this is a stronghold. Yeah, this is a stronghold for US men's national team. Their record in Missouri is, they have won 8, they have lost 1, and they have drawn 3 games. And the last time they lost a game in Missouri, you have to go back decades and decades ago. Yeah, they don't really lose. Since St. Louis is a 29. I think the 29 Major League Soccer club that had in the league in 2023. This is a practically new stadium, but in Missouri, the US, this is a stronghold for them. They don't really lose games in this city, so we already coming up against stiff battle. Was squad. the expectations surrounded the Reggae Boy players coming up against the US. Look, the last time we beat US in a knockout round game, I think it was Nashville, Tennessee, when we beat them, in a 2-1 semi-final when we go to the Gold Cup final against Mexico. That was in 2015. That's the last time we beat the US in a knockout round game. Yeah, Giles Barnes and Darren Mattax was the scorer on that day. Yeah, Brad Guzman, gave us something that he make a big blunder, where Giles Barnes get that free kick at the top of the 18 and he put that ball in the back of the net. But look, that was the last time, and that was the last time actually we have scored 2 goals. Yeah, we have scored 2 goals against a US team in a knockout round game. Look, this team have beat us even a couple of years back in a quarterfinal game, yeah, where they beat us 1-0. Yes, so we yet, over the last probably over the last 7 years, we yet to get over the line against this team. I think we have came up against around 2 to 3 times in knockout round games, and we yet to get the better of them. As I said, 2015 was the last time, but I mean, people, look, we must take charge at home in Kingston. Yeah, we must take charge at home. Look, home farm haven't been good, but coming up against this Nations League quarterfinal against the US, we must deliver. Yeah, we must deliver. Look, when you look around it, the US team, they have some big concerns coming up. Look, the next window is just around probably a couple more weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks left before a squad name for that. So that for those 2 enticing 2-legged game in Kingston and Missouri. Yeah, so it's just right around the corner, but they have been dealing with some injury, major concern. McKennie, yeah, McKennie, it will be a battle for him to be fit for the next FIFA window. Boligoon is a player that looking over his shoulder, more likely he seems like he will be out. If he make the squad, he won't be at 100%. So they have their issues. This coach is practically a new coach. I have said it. Mauricio Pochettino still trying to find that identity. Look, so many concerns, so many alarming bells have already ringing in Mauricio Pochettino's ears, and it's just a game in. Yeah, just a few games in already, but that game that he played in Guadalajara against the Mexico team, telling us that, look, this team can be beaten. There's loophole in this team. As much of the star players didn't feature for the US men's national team, but look at that game. Lack of intensity. You have to fight them in the middle of the park. You have to give them less of a splint of a second on the ball. So we can look at some of those games and do our homework and make sure that, look, we get at least a draw game in Kingston. We cannot go down in Kingston and lose 2-0, 3-0, especially what happened in the last quarterfinal game in Kingston against Canada. We played a abysmal game, a very poor game in the hot sun, 10 o'clock in Jamaica at that time. Yeah, but we have to make sure that, look, we take care of business at home, because last time the US played a game in Missouri, it was against St. Kitts, where they blanked St. Kitts, I think 6-0 in Missouri, in that same stadium, City Park. And the last time we played at City Park, it was against Trinidad and Tobago, when we won 4-1. So the last 2 times these two nations played a game in City Park in St. Louis, Missouri, goals have scored, 10 plus goals have scored in the last 2 fixtures that US and the Reggae Boyz have come up against different opponents at City Park. So I don't know, man, can we score 4 plus goals or 4-3 goals, whatever it is? Yeah, whatever it is, can we find 4 goals coming up November the 18th in City Park? Let's see what's going to happen. But I mean, look at it, man. Suriname, look, Suriname versus Canada. This is going to be a sticky game. I think this is going to be a very close game, especially when you look at the Surinamese players that are coming and falling this national team. Yeah, players are playing in Europe top 5 league. Look at Mexico and Honduras. Honduras already licking their lips that look, we need this game, we need revenge. And two fixtures out of these 4 games that is playing, you know, the US, no, not the US, but Honduras and Mexico, they have also played last year in the quarterfinal as well, just as, you know, Panama and Costa Rica. I think that will also be a close game. Look, Costa Rica is a different team. They are a little bit ahead. Their quality is a little bit more better than last campaign in the Nations League quarterfinal, where they come up against Panama and last 6-1 in aggregate over the both legs. It will be a different game. I think Panama will have a very close encounter with the Los Ticos coming up, you know, in November as well, you know. But I mean, look, Honduras, Mexico, Jamaica, US, you know, Suriname, Canada, it's all tough games. But my country, the Reggae Boyz, must try to make the next step. Yeah, we need revenge against the US men's national team. So hopefully we can get that and do the proper job that we deserve to do. Yeah, bless upon yourself. You know, I'm out the morning inside. I catch you guys tomorrow on the last show of the week, Friday. Out.